You're watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. Let's have a look at today's finance. The CSX Index is currently 503.59 points, up 0.09 points or 0.02%. The daily exchange rate is 4,058 real to the US dollar. Now let's see what else is happening around finance around the world. SP 500, Nasdaq end up, but investors cautious before inflation data. The SP 500 and Nasdaq ended up higher on Tuesday 10th of May, with a big growth share rising after the previous day's sell-off on Treasury yields eased. At the same time, bank shares fell. The yield on the benchmark 10-year note tumbled from more than 3-year high to below 3%. The day's trading was choppy, with major indexes moving between gains and losses, and investors were also nervous ahead of the release on Wednesday's US Consumer Price Index data and Thursday's Producer Price data. Investors will be looking for signs for inflation is peaking. I think the CPI tomorrow is important in the sense that it's going to give us an idea if inflation is actually starting to come down, and if it is, there could be a huge catalyst and positive for the market prices to start going up again, because inflation is going down, wages are staying up. That's a great combination for the market, said Ryan Payne, president of the Payne Capital Management in New York. The SP 500 gained 9.76 points or 0.24% to end 400,000 points, while the Nasdaq Composite gained 114,000.423 points or 0.98% to 1100,736.761. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 84.96 points or 0.26% to 32,160.74. Asian shares edge up higher new 2-year lows as US inflation data looms. Asian shares edge up a near 2-year lows as US inflation's data looms. Asian shares squeezed higher on Wednesday from a close to a 2-year lows hit in the previous season, while the dollar held steady, ahead of the needily awaited US inflation data that will offer a guide to how aggressively the Federation Reserve will raise rates. The MSCIS Broadcast Index of Asia Pacific shares outside Japan rose 0.8%, having fallen to the lowest since July 2020, the day before Japan's Nikkei gained 0.3%. European markets also were set to open higher, with the Euro Stoxx 50 futures up 0.7%, Nasdaq futures added 0.8%, and the SP 500 futures gained 0.4%. Chinese blue chips led Asia's gains, rising 2%, held by Shanghai's officials saying half the city had achieved zero COVID status, and the US President Joe Biden saying he was considering eliminating Trump-era tariffs on China as a way to lower prices for goods in the United States. Bitcoin was trading around 31,700, having staged a small recovery after falling below 30,000 on Tuesday for the first time since July 2021. Oil bounced back from declines the previous day as markets tried to balance concerns that China's zero COVID policy will impact demand and that the proposed European Union ban on Russian oil will hit supplies. US crude rose 2.36% to $102.08 a barrel, having fallen below $100 on Tuesday for the first time since this month. Brent rose 2.34% to $104.85 a barrel. Spot gold is steady at $1,838.7 an ounce. That's the latest news on finance. Tune in tomorrow for more.